everyone, it's Melisha J. Today I'm sharing with you 5 lifestyle changes that I've made since COVID-19 was declared a global pandemic. Let's get into this list. Number 1. So I'm approaching the 30-year milestone, and as I've gotten older, I've been paying more attention to my health, my personal health, my emotional health, my mental health, my physical health, all of the healths. And one of the things that I started incorporating into my lifestyle are taking women's multivitamins as supplements for my diet to help me with my overall health. So one brand that I recently subscribed to is You Are the Answer, which is a new line of multivitamins for men, women, children, and it was founded or co-founded by Tia Mowry Hardrick. So when I saw the ad, I was like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. It's a new multivitamin, and I'm like, let's do this. I'm gonna support her and her business, and I just appreciate her transparency with some of the things that she faced as a woman, as a mother. And although I'm not experiencing those kind of things, or have children at the moment, I still want to take care of my body and make sure that my health is in tip-top shape as much as I can do. So that's number 1. The second item on my list of lifestyle changes that I've made include drinking more water and being more intentional about the amount of water that I'm consuming every day. So there is no right amount of water that each person should consume, but for me, I know that I don't drink as much water on a daily basis, so I had to start small. For me, the first milestone that I'm working towards is drinking at least 64 ounces of water daily. For me, I have a reusable cup, a reusable container that I found at Target. It came in a 3-pack. I gave one to my mom, gave one to my older sister, and I have the third one. And that is 24 ounces. So mental activity or mental game that I kind of play with myself is, okay, if I drink 3 of those cups of 24 ounces of water, that would get me 72 ounces of water, which exceeds the 64 ounce threshold. So that is just a way to kind of help me keep track of the amount of water that I'm consuming, and also I keep it on my desk so that while I'm at my desk working on editing or administrative tasks, I can just pick it up, sip, put it back down, and sip throughout the day while I'm keeping track of how much water I'm consuming. And also, I typically start out my day by taking the multivitamins, and usually that cup is what I use to drink the water from there and start my day there. And I also have a jug of water, a gallon of water. It's just like a Deer Park gallon. I use that and I refill it with water, so that way when I get to the bottom of my cup, I can just refill it with the water that's in the jug, and then until that runs out, and then I refill the water jug. So just keep the water cycle going. Thirdly, I'm sure you hear this all the time: wash your hands, don't touch your face, wash your hands, sanitize, wash your hands, don't touch your face. But that is exactly the third thing that I have been doing more often. I have been more in the habit of sanitizing and disinfecting surfaces, as well as washing my hands more often than I did before. Watch what I said. I said more than I did before. I did it before, but nowadays I am more conscious about the surfaces that I'm touching, or who I'm coming in contact with, or how often I'm going to the grocery store. what clothes I'm wearing. So when I get back in the house from doing an Instacart trip or food delivery service, delivering food to people, I immediately come in and I take my shoes off and I take my outside clothes off and throw them in the laundry bin, and then change into something that is fresh and more comfortable, but keeping those clothes separated from everything else in my house. And we have hardwood floors in the living room, so we sweep and mop the floor at least twice a day, because you don't realize how much dirt you're tracking into your home on a daily basis. So imagine that built up in like a week. I've definitely just been more aware of the germs and bacteria that can be spread around in your own home. So I have been implementing these practices more frequently in my house, in my car. I make sure that I keep hand sanitizer in there and disinfecting wipes in my car, so that as I'm going in and out of the car from store to store, I can disinfect my hands when I'm not able to wash my hands, and also disinfect the wheel and surfaces. Yeah, and also disinfect the wheel and the surfaces that I am touching as I go from place to place. Another lifestyle practice that I have been incorporating since the start of the pandemic is listening to my body, actively listening to my body. So whether it be I am home relaxing, or I'm on the go from grocery store to grocery store, or in the car, riding from one place to the next, I am listening to my body, like listening to how I'm breathing, what my heart rate is like, and paying attention to how I feel physically, how I feel emotionally, and how I feel mentally. So that also transcends to when I'm exercising. Just like when you're exercising, you want to challenge yourself, but you don't want to exceed your limits, because you could potentially hurt yourself or pass out trying to keep up with your fitness instructor who's been doing this for years. So the same thing applies to exercising. If something doesn't feel right, I will take it easy, take a breather, but I'm still moving, and catch my breath and do modified movements if I have to, but I'm listening to my body. And then what also helps is I have a Fitbit smartwatch, and you can use whatever device you have. There's no preference, but I like the Fitbit smartwatch. It allows me to see what my heart rate is while I'm working out, and also I can track things like my water intake. I can log that using the Fitbit app, and I can record, of course, how many calories I burned during a session, whether I'm walking around the neighborhood or doing an exercise video or virtual boot camp. But I can keep track of how many steps I've taken throughout the day, and also log my weight and my menstrual cycle period as well. So there are a bunch of different metrics that I can use to help me monitor my health, even if it's not from a medical standpoint, but just like for my own information, I can use that to monitor my progress and what strides I'm making towards improving my health, losing weight, toning up, exercising more often, meeting my 64-ounce daily water intake goal, things like that. So we've reached the last item on my list of lifestyle changes that I have made since COVID-19. The last one is that I am cooking more often. Now, I tell everybody that I know how to cook. I know how to follow recipes. I know how to add my little pizzazz into it. And I am like I'm like the queen of leftover meals in my household, okay? I am the queen of that. I can cook, but I don't cook as often, and I don't cook soul food meals, like throw down in the kitchen type meals. I cook delicious meals. I can cook. But I want to just get in the habit of cooking more often, cooking meals that are healthy and also taste great and are easy to make. So one of the things that I recently invested in is a cast iron skillet. I've done some research about cast iron skillets, and they are a great source of iron if you're not taking iron pills to help supplement that deficiency. But cast iron skillets are a great way to infuse iron into your meals, because the whole skillet is made of iron. And so I invested in a large skillet, a 10-inch skillet, and I also invested in a mini skillet. I believe it was about 4 inches. Another interesting fact that I learned while doing my research is that cast iron skillets can last for generations, for ages, if they are properly taken care of. So this means not allowing a lot of moisture to build up into your cast iron skillet, and properly seasoning them. That is the term for making sure that the excess water is removed and you're providing enough oils, or oil. You can use oils, you can use vegetable shortening, you can use any type of oil to basically provide some type of lubrication onto the surface of the skillet, all around the skillet, because it operates as one single body item. So I've been looking on Pinterest to see how to take care of your cast iron skillet, or looking up recipes that you can use the cast iron skillet to make. And it's just been really cool. Like, I have the first few weeks I went. Anyway, I'm gonna keep going. But yeah, so the first few weeks I went a little crazy. I was cooking eggs, and they said that's one of the things you should probably hold off on cooking, the fresh one, because you don't want any like sticky foods and items to go into your skillet. So I did mistake number one, but my eggs turned out really good. They were really good. It's like the best eggs that I cooked in a while. And then I think I got the cleaning and seasoning routine down. But now I'm excited to use the skillet to not only do stovetop things, but to bake some items like quiches and bake lasagna, a bunch of different things that you can use it for, because it can go on the stovetop as well as in the oven. You can start on the stovetop and you can finish in the oven. So that's a really cool thing about using the cast iron skillets. And I'm excited about, showing you some of the things that I have been cooking. So stay tuned for that. Okay, so that is the end of my list. Those are 5 lifestyle changes that I have made since COVID-19 was declared a global pandemic. And as you can see, these lifestyle changes that I've made, they're not grand, they're not major lifestyle changes, but they're just little ones that I started incorporating and adapting into my current lifestyle, because I'm always growing, I'm always learning, and these are little things that I can do that don't cost me much or anything at that. And I am slowly but surely seeing the results of some of those changes. You may have heard this before, that it takes 21 days to form a habit, whether it's good, bad, positive, or negative. And I choose to form positive habits rather than negative ones. It has definitely been more than 21 days, so I think by now a lot of us have formed some habits. And so I just want to bring positivity and hope into my life, and I hope that I can share that with people like yourself to encourage you that it's going to be okay and we're going to get out of this strong, and that we're all in this together, and just try to see the positives in this situation. Definitely praying for all of our essential workers out there that are on the front line, and also just praying for each of you that you're taking care of yourself and taking care of your body, your mind, and just your overall health. And also, I just realized it, but May is also Mental Health Awareness Month, and so some of these things you can do to help break the stigma of mental health and make sure that you're taking care of your body. Talk to someone if you need to. Reach out to your friends and your family and check in with them, and let them check in on you. Get out there and get some fresh air. Go for a walk around the neighborhood or local park, and exercise every now and then. Drink your water, wash your hands, sanitize, wash your hands again, and really just protect yourself. Always wear a mask when you're going in and out. Social distance as much as you can. But yeah, I just wanted to come in here, share that with you, and I hope you're inspired. I would love to hear what are some lifestyle changes that you have made since this pandemic started or has been going on. Let me know, and feel free to hit reply, leave a comment, email me directly at imprintsbymsj@gmail.com, and take care and spread that peace, love, and happiness. Okay, my dog is going crazy outside. She's crazy. Someone must be here. Okay.